feelings from both political parties this election. So how can you keep politics from dividing your family? Joining me now is Brad Schwall, President and CEO of the Center for Integrative Counseling and Psychology. We want to jump right into it. How can we manage those differences in opinions?
Well, we start with respect. We need to focus on the fact that we're talking to people, not a party. And so as we're talking, we can share our own opinion without criticizing someone else's opinion.
Now, we want to be able to talk about it, and I think respect is certainly something very important, because a lot of times we take people out of it and focus on, party affiliations and all kind of stuff that, at the end of the day, sometimes it doesn't matter when it comes to these conversations. So we want to be able to talk about our viewpoints. What are some guidelines or rules that you have for making it a positive conversation?
Right. So first, when you are speaking, use I statements. I believe this because. Also share reasons behind the belief, and we need to respect and seek to understand the reasons behind the belief of the other person. So if we can respect the reasons behind the belief, then we are able to be understanding, to still state our own opinion and not be worried that we're going to have our mind changed. We can share our opinion. Another key is to not be defensive, and that is tough. When we're in a difficult conversation, our mouth may get dry, we have shortness of breath, there's a natural tendency to get defensive. Instead, respond rather than react. Listen, take a breath, take a moment. If you need to step back, step back. But if we're sharing our opinions in a respectful way and listening in a respectful way, we should be good.
Sorry, I'm over here like taking notes. Respond rather than react, okay? That's good stuff, man. Those are life lessons just in general. Look, what if someone would rather not share where they stand?
Yes, it is okay to not want to go into a topic. And there may be certain areas of our lives where we want to not share. If somebody else sets a boundary, we need to respect that boundary. Now, hopefully, in good friendships and with those rules for respect, we can have the conversation, because it is important to dialogue about what is happening. It is important to vote. It is important to know what's happening. But if somebody is cautious, we must respect that. Anytime we criticize, anytime we are antagonistic, that's not healthy. It's not healthy for us, and it's not healthy for the other, and it's not healthy for that relationship either.
Okay, I feel like 2020 is teaching us a lot of different things. In regards to that, what can we learn about how to communicate from really all that is happening right now?
Yes, I do believe first, being able to share from our own experience. And I mentioned that term, I statements. Anytime we say how I feel or what I believe, it can be listened to in a more positive and responsive way, because I'm not criticizing the other. I'm not starting with you should or why do you. Whenever we start with a you or a why, the other person is more likely to be defensive. And so those rules, that ability to state what I feel, really try to understand the feelings and thoughts of the other, apply to any conversation that involves conflict or problem solving or differences in opinion.
Okay, Mr. Schwall, always so good to talk to you. Always appreciate your insight. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.